What do the clearest and most credible footage of UFOs look like? I've gathered the most incredible videos and eyewitness accounts for you, which are even backed up by scientists and military personnel. Trust me, after this video, you won't have any doubts that we're not alone in this universe, but I'll show you the most shocking footage at the end. And the first video is from Prague. What happened there? 5 bright lights appeared in the sky and started hovering around the ancient stele, almost like they were in a strange dance. These objects moved smoothly and synchronously, forming circles and geometric shapes, as if following invisible instructions. The locals who were nearby were both scared and intrigued at the same time. I would have frozen in place myself. The video recordings of this event instantly flooded the internet, and experts began analyzing every frame. The shape of the lights and their cohesion sparked a whole wave of discussions. Ufologists noted that such a group of UFOs consisting of 5 luminous objects moving in a strict shape has already been observed in other cities and countries. This may be due to systematic research aimed at studying ancient structures, as suggested by supporters of the theory of extraterrestrial reconnaissance missions. Some researchers have suggested that such lights could be experimental drones. However, the behavior of the objects raises doubts. They moved completely silently and stayed steadily positioned around the stele, showing no signs of malfunction or disorientation, which is rarely seen with regular drones, especially in windy conditions. Local scientists also noted the unusual intensity of the glow. The authorities refused to comment, maybe it's for the best that they didn't lie again. Here's another strange video. Here, several dozen people on board the ship witnessed a UFO. A bright object appeared in the sky over the ocean, immediately grabbing attention with its unusual brightness and size. Before they had time to turn on the recording, the object was much closer and looked much larger. By the time the recording started, the bright object had moved away, leaving only white dots hovering over the water. This sight amazed witnesses. The video shows glowing dots hanging in the air, moving independently, as if investigating below. Despite the zoom, the objects' outlines were blurry, but their brightness ruled out natural phenomena. Witnesses noted these objects moved at unusual altitudes for birds or drones and made no sound, despite being visible. Despite the magnification, the outlines of the objects remained unclear, but their brightness and constant glow immediately ruled out the version of standard natural phenomena. These objects, according to witnesses, were moving at an altitude not typical for birds or drones, and surprisingly, they didn't make a single sound, even though they were in plain sight. Ufologists who analyzed the recording suggested that this could have been a manifestation of underwater UFO activity. There's a theory that such objects can emerge from the water or dive back in at incredible speeds, remaining almost invisible to observers. Incredible, right? But let's turn up the heat. This video is from Guadalajara, Mexico. Witnesses spotted a strange object hovering above the horizon. People enjoying the evening calm suddenly noticed a shape that looked like a classic flying saucer. Like in the movies, the object was hovering at a visible height, glowing slightly and silently hanging in the air, creating a tense yet captivating impression. The twilight lighting only added to the mysterious effect. Locals armed with smartphones started filming the unusual phenomenon. The video clearly shows an oval body, seemingly with a small glowing rim around the edges. The object isn't shaking or moving erratically, which rules out common explanations like drones or weather balloons. This recorded calm hovering led many to speculate that the object might have an extraterrestrial origin. Scientists and UFO researchers who examined the materials proposed several theories. One of them is the reflection of light from a high-flying drone, but the lack of typical noise and the object's stillness cast doubt on that explanation. Some researchers have suggested that the phenomenon may have been an optical illusion created by a cloud layer and lighting from the setting sun. However, the fact that the object stayed in one place makes it hard to explain as a natural phenomenon. So, what do you think? Or here's this incredible square that definitely doesn't look like a plane or a bird. Witnesses reported seeing an object moving at high speeds, making sharp turns that no known aircraft could achieve. The footage of this mysterious phenomenon quickly went viral. Its unique square shape with a stripe in the middle only added to the enigma. The unique shape, a square with a stripe in the middle, only added to the mystery of this object. Why? The UFO had a unique shape. Ufologists noted a green glow. Some researchers suggested it was an experimental craft with plasma engines or anti-gravity. UFO researchers immediately noticed the unusual green glow, typical of plasma emissions, which could indicate the use of technology unknown to us. Some researchers suggested that it could have been an experimental craft using plasma engines or even anti-gravity, considering its sudden jerks and maneuvers. Pretty unusual thing, right? Here's another mysterious video. Glowing dots arranged in a circle with one bright central light move smoothly, creating a captivating play of light, almost like a dance in the sky. The camera was able to capture the object in close-up, and viewers saw something that resembled a real flying saucer in shape. The unidentified object moved abruptly, as if changing altitude and position with amazing speed, which further intrigued the witnesses. These UFOs, resembling chandeliers, have been studied before, but this detailed video led to new hypotheses. Initially, it was thought to be a drone formation, creating a single object illusion with LEDs. However, the sharp maneuvers, unusual for drones, challenged this theory. Experts noted the object's shape and light configuration resembled a hologram, but the vibrant lights ruled out simple projections. However, complex and abrupt maneuvers, not typical for drones, cast doubt on this theory. Physicists and optics experts noted that the shape and light configuration of the object resemble a hologram, but the intensity and vibrant appearance of the lights rule out simple light projections. Maybe it was a whole fleet of ships just moving in sync. Then it's even more frightening. On the outskirts of a small village in Guatemala, where there are no military bases or airfields, a strange glowing object appeared in the sky. 3 bright white lights formed a perfect triangle, and right in the center, there was a red dot. Amazed locals, armed with their phones, started recording the phenomenon. What was that? Proponents of the extraterrestrial hypothesis explain that the triangular shape, reinforced by a red light in the center, could be characteristic of interstellar spacecraft designed for observation. This central point might have acted as a probe or camera for analyzing Earth. According to locals, the object hovered in one spot, made no sound, and suddenly vanished, leaving the villagers completely bewildered. Some people have noted that such phenomena occur quite regularly in that area, as if aliens have some connection with that area. Scientists, however, have offered less fantastic explanations, pointing to possible atmospheric anomalies or secret tests. However, the complete absence of military bases or experimental zones nearby disproves this version. Looks like we were actually being scanned by aliens. Here's another similar video. Against the backdrop of the sunset, 3 bright glowing points smoothly lined up in a triangle. At first, the lights moved slowly, almost as if they were checking their position, and then they froze in place, catching the attention of everyone nearby. Ufologists call such objects black triangles and often associate them with supposed secret technologies, such as the TR-3B project, which was allegedly developed for covert movement in the sky. Interestingly, the lights were not blindingly bright, but had a soft glow that was not typical of aircraft or drones, which raises even more questions. Skeptics think the shape might be random, like drones. In 2020, on a Florida beach, vacationers saw something alarming. A bright object moved quickly over the sand, like a jet. The lights didn't vibrate or move chaotically. They stayed in a stable triangle. In September 2020, on a Florida beach, people saw something scary. A small, brightly lit object moved over the sand at high speed. It wasn't a paper lantern. It moved erratically as if controlled. Despite its size, it left a faint glow like a jet's afterburn. But it wasn't your typical paper lantern, because the object didn't rise smoothly. It changed direction as if someone was controlling it. Witnesses noted that despite its small size, the object left a faint glow, like a jet engine's afterburn. It was compared to a miniature rocket, but moved silently, adding to the mystery. It performed maneuvers impossible for a lantern or lightweight object lifted by air currents, suggesting precise control. Flying to the right and then to the left, it performed maneuvers that would be impossible for a lantern or any other lightweight object being lifted by air currents. It seemed like it was under precise control. After this video, theories emerged. The object surveyed the area, scanning the beach. They pointed out that the object behaved as if it was surveying the area, moving along a specific path, almost like it was scanning the beach territory. It still remains unknown what it actually was. The object disappeared as suddenly as it had appeared, leaving intrigued witnesses on the sand with a bunch of questions and no answers. Here's something fresh. In 2023, a strange event occurred over the night sky of Richmond. A group of 3 mysterious objects moved slowly and silently over the city in a perfect formation, as if following a predetermined route. The video recorded by witnesses clearly shows 3 bright golden dots, evenly spaced apart and moving with a precision that's not typical of random atmospheric phenomena or regular drones. They moved smoothly, at a respectable distance from each other, almost as if they were synchronized, which gave viewers the impression of a single, coordinated system in front of them. Local authorities and the military confirmed it. That night, there were no military exercises or civilian flights in the area. Physicians and proponents of extraterrestrial civilizations have suggested that the 3 objects could be analytical devices of other civilizations. Their purpose may have been to collect data, and their orderly movement and precise placement indicate a high level of technology. Similar triangular formations of UFOs have been spotted in other regions, indicating a pattern to these phenomena and suggesting that they might represent organized groups. At the end of June 2024, another strange video was captured in Moldova. Above the houses, at a low altitude, there was a silent object that resembled the classic depiction of a flying saucer with a clearly visible dome. Like something out of a textbook. It's surprising that the object wasn't just hovering in one spot, but was also slowly moving around, as if it was surveying the area, paying special attention to the residential neighborhoods. Such behavior is hard to explain as a natural phenomenon or a regular drone. Ufologists believe that these shapes, a saucer with a dome, have historically been associated with the alleged extraterrestrial ships that people claim to have seen all over the world. Researchers say the saucer was too large and had such distinctive features that it would be difficult to confuse it with meteorological equipment or a balloon. In addition, the object hovered with a smoothness impossible for modern aircraft without engine support, and there were no sounds. Humanity just doesn't have that kind of technology. Scientists recorded strange electromagnetic disturbances in that area, the nature of which they couldn't explain. Here's what other evidence people need. All right, here are some even more convincing footage. In the night sky over Saskatchewan, Canada, an object with lights arranged in a circle and a long fiery trail flew by in the distance, leaving observers in silence and a slight sense of dread. It moved fast. Light and trail showed speed, too smooth and symmetrical to be natural. Only the flickering light on the hull and the fiery trail smoothly stretching behind it testified to its rapid movement. Eyewitnesses noted that the object looked too smooth and symmetrical to be a random atmospheric phenomenon or a falling meteorite. Such silent movement forced ufologists to put forward a mystical version. Maybe it was a probe from another planet, secretly scanning the Earth's terrain. The fiery trail could be a side effect of a unique propulsion technology unknown to science. If this is indeed a ship, its visitors clearly have capabilities that surpass our own. Some speculate that such objects come from afar to study our atmosphere and local landscapes while remaining unnoticed. What do they want? Maybe they're trying to find a spot for migration, or they're hunting for some valuable minerals. Well, to wrap things up, it's not just people who come to spin the roulette wheel in Las Vegas, but also UFOs. A city resident witnessed an amazing phenomenon. 3 classic flying saucers glided across the sky one after another. These objects hovered smoothly, maintaining the same distance between them, which looked truly mesmerizing. What's even more astonishing is that when the witness started filming the event, his watch suddenly stopped, as if frozen under some mysterious influence. It's strange that the phone kept working. Ufologists noticed an unusual coincidence. In previous UFO sightings, people have already encountered a similar effect. There's a hypothesis that the electromagnetic fields created around these objects can temporarily disable devices, even mechanical ones. If these saucers were really generating powerful electromagnetic radiation, it could have affected the functioning of the watches. Their precise movement and lack of sound suggest a highly advanced technology, perhaps harnessing an unknown force. Earlier, similar groups of UFOs have been recorded in other parts of the world, which leads to the idea of systematic patrols being sent to our planet. Which video surprised you the most? Maybe you've seen a UFO too. Make sure to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and give us a thumbs up. And yes, if you love interesting stories, know how to write interesting scripts, edit or voice videos, then follow the link in the description to my Telegram bot. I'd be happy to collaborate. And thanks for watching, folks.